My journey to getting my diagnosis really revolves around my kids and them getting diagnosis, and that me seeing a lot of my experiences as a child in each of their experiences, some more, some less.
Yes.
And and so many people saying, "Hey, have you thought that maybe you're autistic too?"
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. And when that builds up, it to the point where it's like, it makes a huge difference. But I think having any child that's autistic, the journey with that child, your journey as a parent, is one of challenge, one of stress, especially dealing with schools, one of joy as you see the world looked at in a different light as your child grows. And autistic kids may have a different progression in how they grow, but they all do. But having 4 kids that are all autistic, and in various places along the autism color wheel of the spectrum, I was thinking this morning, the challenge is in balancing their different needs that are sometimes similar and sometimes conflicting. All of my kids generally do parallel play.
Yeah.
They're really not good. Board games are okay. Card, we love, flip.
Structured
Flip is our favorite thing.
activity.
And we just got Marvel, flip. So there's
Yes.
heroes, there's heroes and villains.
Yeah.
So that's a whole other thing. But
Awesome.
there's certain things that parallel play is the more natural thing, and it's really hard to do interactive play. My kids, they want to be around. Their presence is their interaction, right? And I'm very much the same way. I don't necessarily need to constantly do things. I just like sometimes being near people, and I'm okay. And it's so like the neurotypicals in our life find this so difficult and so strange and so unnatural. It's like, if you're with us, participate. It's like, no, I mean,
I'm okay sitting here.
I'm
here. I'm present.
This is something I really try to impress with their teachers, is that, if they're in the class and they're doing the work and or in a group and they're taking it in, and when they're ready to, they'll participate. But it's the world would be a better place if they accepted parallel play as equal to interactive play. I think we're human. Humans have needs. And that's why I hate the word special.
Yes.
Special education, special needs. They're human needs. We have unique needs, but they're just, we all have needs.
Yep. I went around with my teacher candidates, and we would always do like little morning check-ins and a question. And so sometimes it was like near the end of the course, it was like, what conception of normal are you learning to let go of? But we spent like maybe half an hour one day where everyone said, like, what is a brain strength? What is something that is harder for you? And what is a tool that you have learned or something that you need that helps you in that area? And it was like light bulbs going on and off, like when they realized every single person in that room had some needs or said, like, I can only remember things if I color code them, or there were so many rich examples. And I said, like, look at this neurodiversity in action. Like, you are going to have learners in your classroom. Why don't we teach these things so you don't have to wait till you're 20 to figure out that this works for you? Let's teach all of our students these things.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like we're in a system that wants to focus on STEM, wants to focus on the academics, wants to focus on our value to the economy, right?
Yep.
And it's the soft skills, it's the life skills, it's the human interaction skills that are the things that matter more than everything else. And I'm glad that you're teaching a generation of educators. It's what I do with with a lot of the programs that I'm involved in helping educators and doctors. We need to let people know that their needs matter.
Autistic tidbits of tangent.